Good afternoon, everyone. It is definitely the day after yesterday. Yesterday was kind of a crazy day. I wanted you all to know, I wanted to point out first that I did not mention Sarasota Tim's name in the title of this video. It's just simply called The Day After Yesterday. But this does relate to the video that I made yesterday, and if you haven't seen that, you can go back and watch the video I made yesterday where Sarasota Tim apparently threatened me and threatened others as well. So you can learn what happened yesterday from there. You can also go on to Blind View's live session that he did yesterday, where he was talking about how Sarasota Tim threatened Ray from Life and Vibe, and I believe Ray from Life and Vibe already also made a video about this. So I don't need to rehash that. Now, I did want to ask you to please listen to this video all the way to the end, because I think there's an important lesson here that all of us can learn. And so after I made that video last evening and uploaded it, I was lying in bed. Anyway, I was thinking about how I would feel if I had 60,000 plus subscribers and there were other channels out there doing reactions to my videos, and how I would be. Now, honestly, I would probably be a little upset. I would probably start to be self-conscious and get upset about it. But I don't think that I would threaten anybody over it. I wouldn't take legal action, because I know that, I've put myself out there in the public spotlight, and what can you do about it, right? So nothing we can do about that. But here's what I want you to listen to, and this is a true story that happened to me about maybe 25 years ago, that maybe might shed some light on what we can do about these things. So I was working in sales. Now, I've worked in sales almost my entire work career. I worked in sales for about 35 years. About 25 years ago, I was working for a company and I was in sales, and I had my best customer who I knew very well because we became good friends. He was the owner of the company. We would go out to lunch all the time. We both had little kids. We had a lot in common. So he placed a large order with me. And, of course, we had a credit department which would review orders and either approve them or reject them. And the salespeople in my company always refer to the credit department as the sales prevention department, because they would always, they kind of prevented us from sales a lot of time. So this order was rejected. So I called up the credit person and I kind of argued with her, and she said, there's nothing I can do about it, Dave. She said, you have to talk to Fran, the manager of the credit department. So I called up Fran, who was the manager of the credit department, and I explained what was going on. And she said, there's no way I'm giving him credit. He always pays late, blah, blah, blah. And we got into a rather heated debate about it. Our voices were raised a little bit, and we kind of both ended up hanging up on each other. And other people could hear me arguing with her, and I was really upset. So after I hung up on her, I sat at my desk for about 10 minutes. Now, this is before I really started yoga, authentically, started practicing meditation, tried to change my attitudes and be a better person. But there was something in me that, after that phone conversation, about 10 minutes later, I thought, that really wasn't probably a smart way to handle it. So I called Fran back, the credit manager back, and I said, Fran, can I talk to you in your office for a little bit? And she kind of said, yeah, come on in, you know, but she said it with kind of an attitude that we were going to have a confrontation again. So I went into her office, I sat down, and I closed the door in her office, and I said, Fran, I am so sorry for raising my voice to you. That wasn't the right thing to do. And I understand that you have a job to do. You have people that you have to report to. And I understand, and I will take whatever decision you give in the future. I'll understand that. And she didn't say much. So I basically apologized and went back to my desk. And when I sat back down at my desk, immediately when I sat back down, my phone rang, and it was Fran. And she said, David, you are the first person who's ever come to me and apologized and said anything nice to me. So Fran and I got to be really good friends after that, just from a simple little conversation that we had, kind of, you know, trying to calm things down a little bit. And furthermore, Fran said, I will call your customer and see what we can work out. So in that process, my customer and Fran, our credit person, also got to know each other very well. So they would always work things out. There was never any problems after that. And they both respected each other's jobs. So, you know, my customer, Joe, understood Fran had a job to do, and he respected if she, you know, had to deny him credit or work out some terms. And Fran respected my customer Joe, because she knew he had a job to do and he had a business to maintain and employees to pay. So the reason I'm telling you this is because I feel like one way that these things could be smoothed out, and you know, if you watch my video that I made yesterday all the way to the end, I did extend an invitation for Sarasota Tim to give me a call. And I said, I'll be happy to talk with you. Maybe we can get to know each other better and smooth this stuff out. But I haven't heard from him yet, and I suspect that he probably won't do that, but we never know, right? We never really know what people are going to do. You know, and another thing that Sarasota Tim could do is, why couldn't he reach out to some of these other reaction channels and just have a conversation with them, and maybe, you know, he could say, listen, I understand that you're trying to make a living, or, you know, create a YouTube channel for yourself, and just try to smooth things out a little bit. I mean, it can't hurt. And at least you've tried. At least he would have tried. So we'll see what comes of it. But I just think, you know, it's much better if we can reach out to people and get to know each other a little bit better. Who knows what might come of it, you know? But the other thing that I was thinking about is, if somebody was criticizing my videos, I think I would probably have to step back a little bit and think, like, am I really like what they're saying? Am I really, you know, creating content that is like nothing content or just boring content? Am I really bad at making videos, and maybe I should, you know, think more about what I do? And so if somebody, you know, criticizes my videos, I would probably be thinking, like, yeah, maybe I could have done better. You know, do I really want to continue to do this or whatever? So I just think communication is very important, my friends. And I think for all of us, we can always continue to remind ourselves, and myself included in this, that if we have discrepancy with somebody else, if we have some type of issue with somebody, I think it's always better to make an attempt to actually talk to the person, not send emails back and forth, not send text messages back and forth, but talk in person, or at least on the phone, and try to resolve the conflict. If the person that you're trying to resolve a conflict with won't respond, then at least you've tried, and you know that you've made an effort, and then you can, you know, go about whatever other avenue you might have available to you. So that's all I wanted to say today, folks. Thank you for listening to this to the end. Now, for those of you that are already subscribers, and people that made comments for my video yesterday, I do want to thank all of you. A lot of you, like Ray from Life and Vibe, Darling, Miss Vicky, Olive Oil, we've all been in communication with each other, and they've supported me. So many of you have sent nice comments, and some of the negative comments that I got, other people came in and kind of defended me. So I do really appreciate that. You know, it's just so good to have a good community of people that really appreciate, you know, what you're trying to do and what you're trying to relay, either through a verbal lesson or maybe through the way I act or respond to things. Finally, I did want to say that for those of you that are subscribed, again, I do have some other content coming. Abby and I are going to be camping next week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So I'll be filming that. Abby knows I'm going to be filming videos, so she'll either be off camera or hopefully she'll be on camera because she's really good on camera. So we'll be doing that. I still owe the people that I wanted to make a video for about how I protect myself when I'm out camping, particularly solo camping, but also with Abby, and I'll be doing a video about that coming up. I've been planning that for quite a while now, and I have to get back on that, but I haven't been feeling good for the past couple of days. Anyway, that's it, folks. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Remember to be a good human being, communicate with others that you have conflict with, and be useful to other people. Have a great day. Bye-bye.